In isolated pockets across the globe, the apocalypse is already unfolding. It doesn't look like a war zone. It looks like a flickering light in a room full of dust. Modern spaces are going dark right now, one locked door at a time. In late 2021, a standard American grocery store in a small town simply stopped. The shelves were fully stocked, the freezers were packed, and the aisles were lined with everyday products. Then the owners locked the doors and everyone walked away. Without human maintenance, the inventory transformed into a biohazard. Meat counters turned to gray rot. Sealed cans of food began to bloat from internal gases, eventually reaching a critical pressure point and exploding violently against the shelves. Urban explorers found evidence of the exact moment the timeline broke. Discarded receipts dated October 2021 sit buried under layers of thick blue mold, resting beside unbought Halloween decorations that have been hanging in the dark for years. Life within the store hasn't ended, it has just changed. In the back deli, the abandoned deep fryers, still filled with stagnant cooking oil, have become massive breeding grounds for colonies of maggots. The collapse of this single building provides a micro-level look at the sudden evaporation of human presence. It's a preview of what happens when the physical world is left to fend for itself. In China, this concept scales up to a 600-acre development designed as an ultra-luxury villa park. This complex was meant to house an entire elite society within nearly 200 European-style mansions and a massive wellness resort. Construction began with massive investment, but in 2015, the work stopped. No residents ever moved in. No final touches were added. The multi-million-dollar project has sat in a state of permanent limbo for nearly a decade. Inside the Grand Sales Center, the luxury is entirely fabricated. Libraries are stocked with fake display books, and wine cellars are lined with bottles of colored water designed to mimic vintages for potential buyers who never arrived. Yet in the basement, the power remains connected. Automated climate control systems continue to run in the dark, spinning industrial fans in a constant losing battle against the creeping humidity and water damage. These sprawling properties stand as silent structural monuments to stalled ambition, massive shells of houses built for a population that does not exist. Pulling back even further reveals the ultimate macro level of abandonment. Ghost cities, entire metropolitan skylines full of high-rises, sit completely empty across the landscape. These are fully engineered urban environments. They feature paved roads, working streetlights, and finished structural concrete. Everything is ready for a population that isn't there. This data illustrates how the square footage of these empty urban developments is expanding, consuming entire geographic regions with gridworks of useless infrastructure. When abandonment reaches this scale, nature moves in quickly to reclaim the space. In the fishing village of Houtuan, thousands of homes have been swallowed whole by a thick green blanket of ivy. At this scale, the silence highlights the limits of engineering. Without the motion of a population to justify the grid, these structures are stripped of their utility, becoming nothing more than high-precision waste. There are those who see opportunity in this emptiness. Elite freerunners and urban explorers now seek out these silent dead zones, using the massive scale of abandoned infrastructure for a different purpose. These athletes transform unused urban geometry into a raw, post-apocalyptic playground. Staircases, balconies, and rooftops designed for residents are repurposed as a series of physical challenges. Moving through these spaces requires constant awareness of structural decay. Without maintenance, metal corrodes and glass weakens. Every jump requires the runner to trust their weight to surfaces that haven't been inspected in years. Through this movement, explorers temporarily bring these ghost cities back to life. For a few seconds, human motion breaks the stillness of the void, forcing a temporary utility onto structures that were otherwise finished. We build massive structures under the assumption that we will always be around to maintain them, but the evidence shows a different reality. From a single grocery aisle to a sprawling metropolis, the moment we look away, the void rushes in to take the space back. And before the void takes your algorithm, smash that like button and subscribe right now. Let us know in the comments which abandoned zone we should cover next. We'll see you in the next one.